When you're comparing the low bar squat to the high bar squat, the main difference is only a few inches of bar placement. The bar placement for the high bar is on top of the traps, where the low bar squat placement is a bit lower, sitting above the rear delts. The few inch difference in the bar placement can make a large impact on your muscle activation and performance. Let's look at the biomechanics of the squat. As you can see, the two main joints working are the hips and the knees. The movement of the hips work the glutes and hamstrings, which is the back of the body or posterior chain, and the movement of the knee joints, which work the quads or the front of the legs. Looking at the side view of both squat variations, you can see the bar placement is different. To keep the center of gravity consistent so you do not fall over, the torso angle must change. The increased torso angle will put more tension on the hip joint versus the knee joint. In 2017, Glassbrook et al. Researched a biomechanical analysis on the low bar versus high bar squats, referencing 43 studies. It was found this to be the case as well, where EMG activation of the low bar squat had more emphasis on the hips, where the high bar squat was found to have more emphasis on the knee joint. It was also found that the low bar squat was a movement that could handle larger loads. This does make sense because the hip joint involves much bigger muscle groups than the knees. Since the low bar squat activates the legs differently than the high bar squat with more focus on the hips, we know how to implement it into our training. In powerlifting, it is obvious you should perform the low bar squat since you are able to lift heavier. But in bodybuilding, I feel like there is an advantage to use the low bar squat as well. One of the main factors of muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth is mechanical tension. Since you can lift heavier loads with the low bar squat, there will be a higher tension for overall increased leg mass. Also, since there is a larger focus on the hips, you'll be able to more activate your posterior chain or hamstrings and glutes. In conclusion, you'll be able to lift heavier with the low bar squat, so for strength and performance, it is a must. Bodybuilding wise, it has a higher focus on the glutes and hamstrings, although there is still high activation in the quads, which makes it a great overall leg builder.
I just smashed 405 for 5 sets of 6. That's a volume PR for myself, so I'm feeling really good. Just finished up my squats for the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, took something away from it. Excuse me, I'm out of breath, but if you have any other tips or questions, please let me know in the comments below. It'll be my pleasure to bring it to you guys. So like if you liked the video, subscribe if you're not part of the team yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one.